All right, it's fine. Just gotta make sure this one.
This lady I just was on the phone with,
Mm-hmm.
bitch, you talking about you would have a fucking ball in her house? You gotta see her bar in her basement. She invited me to her fucking she gave like ball in her house. You gotta see her bar. She invited me last year, I think it was. Yeah, it was last
Right.
year. She invited me, Kevin. It was like a house party. She cooked all this food, invited only friends. She said, I only invite people from church who I'm cool with. I don't invite everybody from church. So she invited me.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, I wasn't expecting all that many young people. Like it was a lot of young people there. So afterwards, when I had told these people at my church, like these young people that I hang with at my church, they was like, "Oh yeah, Miss Lisa be having no parties." I'm like, "Oh shit!" So she must have just initiated me because everybody seemed to know about her. Kevin, that fucking basement, the whole basement is like a big ass bar, and it's like a big ass like if you go in her basement, it's almost like you in a basement club.
Mm-hmm.
That's how, and I was like,
Wow.
yeah, so she parties. Don't let the church hats and the dresses fool. She parties.
Is she married?
Her husband died. He was a deacon. Yeah, he was a deacon. He died from cancer. Deacon Briscoe. Yep, he died from cancer. Her husband been dead. He died in 2012.
Ooh, that's
Yep.
12 years, 13.
Yeah, like 13 years ago. Yep.
What's
2012.
what's going on, everybody? It's Kevin and Makael. You know, we're doing a live today. This is for everybody. You know, I posted on Patreon that we are live. There is a link to the Patreon where you can sign up and become a member for $5. You know, it's only $5. Now I know everything's been going up. Netflix going up, Hulu's going up, YouTube TV is going up.
I want to answer this question when you're finished.
You know, everything is going up, but we still been $5 for 2 years.
Yeah. So make sure y'all subscribe.
So please become a member and subscribe on Patreon.
Yeah.
Where's the question?
So the question right there is, Makael,
right here?
Yeah. It says, what are your thoughts on churches charging members for weddings? That's a very good question. So my church, we don't charge members almost for nothing. We don't charge members when if a member dies. We don't charge members for weddings. Let's say you are a member and you're married and your spouse dies, that's free. If you're a member and one of your parents dies, that's free, the funeral. If you're a member and one of your kids die, that's free. Now, if a sibling of yours die, of course, you know, that's a rental or whatever. But your spouse, a parent, or a child, that's free. Weddings and stuff, no. So at my church, it's almost free for everything when it comes to members. Now, I know if you want to have a party or something there, like a party or whatever, like a retirement party, that's a rental, so you do have to pay for that. Mm-hmm. Now, I will say this. I'm going to just say this, because I was a trustee at one point at my church some years ago. I'll say this. A lot of churches will charge people for like private events because of the fact that it's an insurance type of thing. A lot of churches want to make sure that when people who are visiting come, don't hurt themselves and then want to sue the church. Because as crazy as it is, there are people out there that will sue a church. Hell, you got members that will get hurt in a church and then turn around and sue the church that they're a member of. It happens. I've seen it happen with my own two eyes. We had somebody sue our church some years ago because they tripped outside of the church. We had a member years ago she attempted to sue our church because another member stepped on her toe and broke her toe. So then she went and tried to sue the church.
How do you sue the church?
And mind you, she was on a mother's board. And one of the deacons, both of them no, I think they said she's still living, but I know the deacon who stepped on her toe, he's dead. But this particular mother, I think she's still living. She don't go to our church no more because of this incident. He stepped on her toe and broke her toe, and then she went ahead and tried to sue the church. And it was a whole big thing. So you do have people who will try to sue a church. It's like it's a money grab. So it happens. And I think that's one of the reasons why a lot of churches do charge. I'm not saying that is the only reason, but I think that's one of the reasons is because churches try to protect themselves, because you have people who don't go and they'll come in there and don't even look at the church as a church, but look at it as like, oh, this is a venue. And if I slip and fall or hurt myself, I'm suing. So yeah, you know, I know it was an issue when one of my cousins, her husband passed a few years ago, and she's been a longtime member of the church, not her husband, but her. And they charged her for his funeral. And I remember it was like a little thing with that, but I'm just like this. Listen, I'm one of those people that I'm gonna speak up. If I think that something don't make sense or something's not right, I'm gonna speak up. I can only speak for my church. You know, I know what we do at our church may not work for your church. And so therefore, you know, I just know at my church, if my cousin was a member, a long-standing member, like she is, and her husband had died, that she wouldn't have been charged to rent out that church for a funeral. It would have been free of charge. But not every church is like that. So I can't, you know, I can't really speak on how other churches do run the operations. I just know apparently it's fine with a lot of the members because they still be having a lot of people going there.
Yeah.
So, you know,
it is what it is. It is what it. You know, church is going to charge. You want to have a birthday party? It ain't going to be free. I don't care how long you've been a member because it's not. I mean, it's not a death. Yeah,
if you want to have a party there, then yes, of course I can see them charging. But a lot of times people get confused when it comes to the funerals. Like, first of all, like she said, my aunt was a member of this church and they charged to have her funeral there. Well, first of all, why are you charging to have a member's funeral there? Especially, that's where the tithes and stuff come in. She probably that's where the tithes and stuff come in at. So, I mean, you know, she done already paid her debt. So why, you know, it doesn't make sense. You know, it doesn't make sense. But then on the flip side, I tell a lot of people too. Again, I used to be a trustee at my church years ago. On the flip side to that, I think a lot of people forget that churches have electricity, churches have gas, churches have water, just like our homes. They have to pay their bills too, because think about it. The city and the state and all of they don't give churches any type of government assistance or any type of assistance unless you're one of those churches that are big and popping and doing your thing and you're well known and you're getting all types of grants and this, that, and the third. But churches have to pay their own bills. So, you know, a lot of times when people are like, oh, here they go asking for money again. Well, how do you think these lights going to stay on? How do you think that gas going to get paid? How do you think that water is going to get paid? You know, this stuff ain't free. You know, It ain't free at your apartment. It ain't free at your house. So it damn sure ain't free here. Okay? It just is what it is. You know, if your aunt's pastor showed up to her funeral in a Hawaiian shirt.
Oh, that was a money grab. That was a money grab. I hope that's not true.
I hope it's not true either. I have an old school pastor. He is old school. And so with members, when there's a member who dies, and he's doing the funeral, he always wears a robe. He wears a robe in respect.
Right.
If it's not a member and he's preaching a funeral that's not a member, then he'll wear a suit.
Okay.
But if it's a member of St. Joseph, he gonna have on a robe, and that's how you know, oh, that person in that casket is a member of the church. Because my pastor's gonna have on a robe. You gonna know, oh, that was one of his members.
Yeah.
But not every preacher is like that. Like I've seen pastors preach one of their members' funeral in a suit, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know, if you preach it. But I just know I go to one of them old school churches with an old school pastor who's we're gonna do things old school. And so, but moving along because I don't want to talk about funerals.
Yeah.
But that Hawaiian shirt thing is horrible. They charged for my dad. Come on, y'all. They charged for my dad's funeral, and my mom was the musician and played at the funeral. Why would they charge for your dad's funeral and your mother is the musician at the church?
Why would your mom play at the funeral?
Yeah, I wouldn't have even had the funeral there. I would have been so spiteful that y'all gonna charge me. Oh, well, now I'm gonna go somewhere else and pay them. I ain't gonna pay y'all. You'd have heard about that.
Yeah.
But then again, to each his own, y'all.
Yeah, I don't know how we got. Oh, you wanted to answer that question.
I wanted to answer that one question.
Everybody had their comments.
Yeah, sorry, y'all.
It's okay. I'm off work and finally get a chance to watch her in real time. Nobody knew that we was going to be live, neither. You know. But I'm glad to be live. Now listen, it is Pen Relay / Philly Black Pride weekend here in Philly. Once upon a time, there was a person named Kevin, or you know him as the Scorpion. He would not be sitting here right now live on no goddamn YouTube on no Pride weekend. Times have changed, and I'm so disappointed. I really miss the old me. The old me used to have a good time. Sometimes the coin might flip on the wrong side and you would get a bad Kevin. But see, I ain't going to deny that because that was me.
Mm-hmm.
But most of the time you had a good time. You had the good, fun loving Kevin. And I would be like, oh, I would be telling y'all got to come to Philly. It's Pride weekend. We're going to be at Shampoo. We're going to be at XO. We're going to be at the Fern Party. We're going to be here. We're going to be there. Oh, then we're going to go to the park and we're going to do this. And then we're going to block party. And we're going like now it's just like, yeah, I think I'm going to just do the block party on Sunday. Mm-hmm. And that's it. It's like, I don't know what happened. It's just everything has changed.
I heard they stopped the Fern Party.
Yeah, the Fern Party is over.
It's over. Wow.
And it's no other parties that I'm hearing about that make you want to come down like from another city. Like if you're from New York, what's making you come to Philly? What party is making you come to Philly? If you're from DC and Baltimore and all of that, what's making you come to Philly? What's making you fly from Atlanta to come to Philly? It's nothing. It's nothing. I mean, you got events going on, but not like that. And then I seen one event where they was like, oh, you got to wear something sexy to the party. Like, then you look at the flyers, like people all dressed different.
Can I say something real quick?
Sure.
Candace, you are going to live a long time. I don't know where you are on this thing, but you're going to live a very long time because I was going through my Cash App today, searching for somebody, and I came across your name, and I said, oh my God, I saw your message from the last thing where you said, oh my God, I miss going on your trips or whatever. You're going to live a very long time. I don't know if you know that I have a new Instagram, but I have a new Instagram. And I think, I don't know if you follow me on there, but you're going to live a very long time. The fact that you just sent me money on this Cash App and I was just looking, I just came across you today at work. So yeah. Shout out to Candace for sending me that money. I guess she sent you. Our Cash Apps are here, y'all. Today is Friday, and guess what? I'm trying to go see Sinners today. Don't tell me what the movie's about. I may not even see it today. I may see it tomorrow, but I'm going to see it this weekend. Yeah. But yeah,
I mean, it's been a lot of word of mouth, and then I seen the article, well, the tweet that Ben Stiller replied to about the movie,
saying,
I can't remember exactly.
Comedian
said,
Ben Stiller.
Ben Stiller. Mm-hmm. He said, "What type of why?" Basically, he was upset about the tweet about the movie. Like,
so what was the tweet?
Okay, let me find it because I know I don't tweet as much, so I gotta have it. He says, "Where the hell is it?" Okay, in what universe does a $60 million opening for original studio movie warrant this headline? Center has amassed $61 million in its global debut. It's a great result of an original rated R horror film. Yet the Warner Brothers release has a $90 million price tag before global marketing expenses, so profitability remains a ways away.
Yeah, that
instead of just saying,
yeah, Variety.
You know, the movie made $61 million. That's a lot of fucking money. And to think about it, the word of mouth, because I haven't seen a Sinners commercial at all. Everything I've seen about this movie has been on social media, and everybody's saying how good it is, and it has the highest ratings, even on Rotten Tomatoes at a 98% rating. Like, everybody has been talking about this movie, and then I did see another article where it talked about how it made all of this money and that its audience is 50% Black, and they got to work to see how they could cross over to get other people to come see the film. Why?
First of all, shout out to Ben Stiller for
look how many retweets they got.
Yes, for calling out Variety, 357,000. Shout out to Ben Stiller for calling out Variety for writing that horrible headline. Like, how dare you? Like, instead of just saying congratulations to Ryan Coogler and the cast of Sinners, you put that out there. Oh, it has a ways away. So that was a hating ass.
It's a backhanded compliment.
Of course. And of course, I'm sure we all know what the person who probably wrote the headline looks like.
Right.
Or they probably look like you and I, but grew up with.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That was hair. I haven't mentioned movies in so long.
What the hell was that?
Oh.
Mine don't make that noise.
Yeah. Thank you, Militia Thomas.
Oh boy. Wow, that was a lot of money
That
that made that
scared you a
noise.
little.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know. Thank you, Melissa. Oh yeah, go ahead, Melissa. Just because gift. I know that's right. Thank you, sis. I didn't never heard that. DL and discreet young black men, Philly brotherly love, looking for dick. Hi, Kevin.
Lies. You know they didn't even say that.
That's what they said. That didn't say DL and discreet.
It did say that.
Okay then.
But I just wanted to see what it was because I was on Twitter and this lady, she said that she became a member of a DL group,
mm-hmm.
and she was saying like she wanted to see how people interact and how they talk,
mm-hmm.
and I was like, oh, this is good. So let me go see what's going on. But
they're not DL on there.
Yeah, it's Facebook,
right? And ain't nobody going on Facebook,
and that's all they do is complain.
You know,
nothing. But
you don't find DL dudes on Facebook chat rooms. You find them out on the street on the corner.
Yeah, you find them on there. You can find them on Instagram. If you play
your
cards right.
The one thing about me, I'm a hell of a card player.
Yes, gotta play your cards right.
Wow.
But yeah, back to what we were talking about. Yeah, so I really want to see this movie. I don't even know who's in it. I know. No, I'm about to say Mary J. Blige.
B. Jordan.
Go ahead.
Michael B. Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan.
He plays a twin.
So he's playing two characters?
He's playing two characters. What is his name? Miles. I think Miles Austin.
From Orisha?
No, the young guy. He's a singer, and he went viral some years ago when he's a little boy singing in churches and stuff. And now when I saw the trailer, I said, oh my God, I didn't even know he was in the movie. As soon as I saw his face, I said, look at Miles. He's all grown up now. He plays in the movie too. The other people, I don't know who they are.
Mm-hmm.
I don't.
So it's people probably making their acting debut. But for it to be, if you don't know who they are, and then they still making this money, and everybody's giving this movie rave reviews,
right.
Why not go see it?
And you know what? I think we have to continuously remind them that we know how to bring people to the movie theaters. Yeah. I know in 2025, we have gotten used to
Miles
Netflix.
Cotton.
What's his name? Miles what?
Cotton.
I don't know what his name is, but it's Miles something. We have gotten so used to staying at home, watching Netflix, watching Hulu, watching Disney Plus, Paramount Plus, all those pluses, that we've become plus size because we're not getting up. We're not getting up to go out of the house. That was
cute.
So if we, continuously get up to go to the movies like we used to do pre-COVID and make a date of it like we used to do pre-COVID, opposed to, let's come over to the house and let's chill, watch it. And I know, some people say, well, it's much cheaper to do it that way, to stay home. And I get it. But it's, what? Somebody told me, a wise old person told me some years ago, I had went to one of my cousin's house and I was telling him how, I saw the suit in Macy's. It was such a nice suit. And I said, I didn't get it because it was a little bit too much money for me. And he looked at me and said, you work, don't you? And I said, yes. He said, well, then you should have got it. He said, because that money that you work for, you ain't taking it with you when you go. And I said, you absolutely right. He said, don't ever short yourself. If you work hard and you see something that you like, get it.
Well, sometimes it gotta wait.
Well, sometimes I didn't get the suit, but I understood what he was saying. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because I think sometimes we're a lot of us are working to pay bills instead of working to make sure we enjoy life.
Right.
And yes, we should be paying bills too, because that's how we're able to have a roof over our head.
You better pay them bills.
So you better pay them bills. But at the end of the day, I don't want to wait until I'm retired to then say, okay, now I want to enjoy life. No, I want to enjoy life as I'm going along.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that. Like, some people work all of their lives. And then they retire like 80 years old and like, I want to do other things.
Well, our retirement age is 70.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about me working until 70. I don't know about that.
Working until 70.
No, not me. Yeah. I don't know.
I hope I had some grandkids and stuff. They keep me active on their social media. I'm gonna do only grandpas or something because
I don't know.
I can't match it.
Only grandpas.
Well, I'm gonna be at that age.
It's like OnlyFans, but for grandpas.
Hey.
Well, you gotta do what you gotta do to make some points. But listen, I enjoy life. That's why I try to go on a vacation at least once a year. Some people can go 3-4 times a year. I can't do that. But if I go at least once a year, I'm satisfied.
Once a year for what?
Like a vacation.
Oh, yeah.
I tell people at least go once a year. That's why I like going on cruises, so I can go somewhere, multiple destinations on a trip, so that I can say, well, at least I went to all these different places.
When I was on my cruise recently, with that cruise last year, I'm like, I go on a bunch of cruises. I just was like, I miss my old life. Because you remember, I used to just get up and go. I get on a plane and be out. I ain't had no bills at that time. No. I could just go and spend money and go to this city, that city.
And when you go to different cities, you were the type that didn't stay at hotels. You actually stayed at people's houses.
You was a goddamn lie. Such a liar. I don't think I've ever stayed. I think I stayed at Nunu house one time.
I don't think he was the only person.
I didn't but I didn't like Houston like that.
You stayed in people's houses in Atlanta, didn't you?
My friend Javon.
Okay, that's a house.
Okay,
I ain't talking about.
But
nasty.
I've never. I wish I could have stayed at people's houses in Atlanta because first of all you got the flight, then you got the hotel. But at them times, hotels wasn't that expensive.
Neither was the planes. Because remember that time? At that time, AirTran.
Yeah.
Remember AirTran?
You can get on AirTran
for $12.
Bitch, $80.
You put me on to AirTran.
Yeah.
AirTran used to have the best. You talk about Spirit and Frontier. This is before Spirit and Frontier. AirTran used to have the best deals, and you were the one that put me onto them. I remember when we used to go to Atlanta quite often, and AirTran would have a special, and they'd be like, round trip ticket from Philadelphia to Atlanta, $80 before midnight.
Ding.
Hello. Yeah.
I used to love AirTran.
And you got snacks and stuff on that flight.
And then Southwest bought AirTran.
Yeah.
And still kept the prices were still low.
Yeah.
Like they'd be like, all right, $49, 40, bitch.
Yeah.
All right, here I go.
Now Spirit and Frontier them came along with low prices.
But they don't want your seat to lean back.
Yeah, they don't want your seat.
They don't want to feed you.
They don't want to give you no complimentary nothing. Not even complimentary water. They don't want to give you nothing, and I don't understand that.
Yeah, and you know what? I don't like staying at people's houses because what if I want to be a mess?
Well,
so I can't be.
Well, if you go to Atlanta, I heard there's plenty of parks down there that you can be a mess in.
No, I'm not going to park. That was when I was young.
You said that. You said you like that outside stuff on one video.
That was years ago.
Oh,
but I mean, now and 2025 outside where? Where am I going?
I don't know.
I know people still go to. I know people still go to the park.
You can go to the dog park.
No, I'm sure the lights will be on. I've never been like, I got to do it outside. It ain't never.
You know, some people are into that.
I know, and some people love the chance of being caught.
Yeah.
So they'll do stuff at the bathroom, like at the mirror where the sink and stuff is, hoping to get caught.
Yeah, because they want you to see. But see, here's the thing. Have you ever caught anybody doing that?
No. Now, sometimes when I walk into the bathroom, because especially at my job, you can see what's going on because it's a mirror right there.
Right.
And it looked like some people be like, like,
jumping, and they probably do.
I'm like, but what was you doing to make you do that?
Well, if you knew what they were doing, would you join?
No. Because I don't be looking at nobody in my job like that.
I hope not.
No. You know, Makael, it's this old guy, and I just be like, oh my God. He just got that old man cologne smell.
Oh yeah.
I don't want that. I don't want to fall into that. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause he probably think he smell good and stuff, but I want some new scent. I don't want that.
Well,
scent
you can buy him.
No,
you can give him a bottle of cologne.
No, sometimes they use that salt and pepper smell. I don't know.
Well, that's how they get probably some of these women. Some women like stuff like that. Some men like stuff like that.
Smell.
Yeah. Sugar daddy smell.
And I mean it lingers too. It lingers. Like,
yeah, I don't know. I've never had old men smell.
Yeah, but we're not old yet.
I've never laid with an
So,
old man.
like your body, like you have to find a cologne that works with your body chemistry as you get older as well.
Yeah.
Because what used to smell good 20 years ago
Don't smell good now.
don't smell good.
No,
now.
it doesn't.
Yesterday's prices aren't today's prices.
No, it's not.
Yeah, but you know what though? I've never smelled an old lady that smelled like an old lady that wears perfume.
I have.
I've never had.
I've smelled that White Diamond and Elizabeth Arden and all that stuff. I've smelled it.
But I mean,
but I've never looked at the scent on the old women like them perfumes as stinking. It just smells like an old woman. And usually, a lot of those old women who have those smells, and I've smelled them with those perfumes, they're like those classy old women with the jewelry.
Yes,
and all that.
she's coming to church with her hat on.
Yeah, she's coming to church.
Jewels,
She's coming somewhere.
She's ready.
She's at a cabaret.
So praise the Lord. It probably was at the cabaret the night before.
Yeah.
Remember that? Remember how people used to go to cabarets?
Yeah, they don't
like
do that no more.
They don't do it no more.
No.
Like,
Would you?
I would go to a cabaret. Maybe we should throw one.
No, we should
not.
Because
we're gentlemen of a certain age. And I'm sure our female audience.
You're a gentleman of a certain age.
I sure am.
I am not at that age.
Bitch, when you get here, you don't ever deny it. Don't ever deny whatever age you get to.
Let me tell you something. I'll be 40 in 5 years.
Whatever the case may be, let me tell you, bitch, 40 has been a time.
It looks like it's been a time.
Yeah, it's been a time. And you know,
time.
I think, bitch, not on this. Look at this face, bitch. This face looks good for 40. Only thing I do is throw a little just for men up in here. You know, from time to time.
Where at?
I ain't put it on now. But
Yeah, I know. Yeah, no,
I do everything. Like, cause I have to do it because I don't like the grays. And then,
but how about me? I've never had to put just for men.
Well, not yet. Well, bitch, you there's a lot of things. See, a lot of things Makael used to criticize me for.
Yeah.
Now you see what it's all about.
Okay.
Remember how skinny he used to be?
And
yeah, he's there now.
You turn them lights off, I'm still skinny.
I don't want to find out.
They don't know. I'm still skinny with the lights off.
Bitch, let me tell you, any size, I'm good. You know, I don't want no stick. I want you to have some weight.
Oh, you want stick. You just want the right kind of stick.
No. Your body, everything has to be proportioned.
Oh, okay.
Yes. You gotta have some fat. Like, I don't want you to, like, yeah, everybody like the flat stomach with the six pack. No, bitch, give me a fat stomach, bitch. Somebody that was like maybe.
I don't know how we start asking people for something that we don't have.
No, give me 6 feet. Give me 6 feet.
I'm not begging for a flat stomach. I don't have a flat
6 feet,
stomach.
230 pounds.
Yeah, no.
You know, you look good. Your stomach, you eat good.
Yeah.
I want that.
Now, do I want you to be huge?
140 pounds.
No, I don't want nobody huge.
No.
Huge. I don't want nobody huge. But I mean, if you got a little gut on you, who am I to complain? I got one on me too.
Now you ain't the one to complain.
Well, I wasn't the one to complain then.
Oh, you complained a lot.
Yeah, no, not
but
me.
As I was,
not me. Listen,
I'm not judging, and I'm not judging the skinny
Bring
people.
that stomach on over here, baby.
No, yeah, that's what I want.
That's right. Let me rub it.
Yeah,
I lay across the bed and just rub all on your stomach and hear you growl.
Goddamn stick. And you know, and then when they come, only then they had this big ass thing, like it's just huge, and I'm just like, but see, no, that's not just what I want.
You mean to tell me all this lube you got in this house and you can't take a big ass thing?
It ain't going to me. Oh. I have fun with it, but still, like I want you to have some weight on you. When you got weight on you, like I know you can. If I got on top, ooh, Jesus, I have to be nice.
You got flashbacks, huh?
I just want you, like, I don't want to feel like I'm killing you. You know?
Yeah, that's how I want to feel. So let me ask you a question. The one that was over here earlier, were they big?
Don't. But yes.
Were they skinny or big?
No, they were big.
Big. Were they big in proportion or big in size?
Proportion. And size.
And size. Were you satisfied?
I had a great time.
A great time.
Didn't I tell you I had to take a nap?
You did. So
I said
if he put you to sleep, that means that you had a good time. Would you call him back?
Yes.
Did you save his info from that app?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. But you know, they be the only thing is, Makael, this is what I don't like. Let me show you something.
don't know. Why is that his name? Is that his real name? Wait, I didn't read the message. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Let me stick to the message. Sorry. What am I reading? Point to it. Leave their phone where? Oh, at their house. Because they didn't want their folks to come know with it. So then how did you know that they were here?
I thought my brother's out.
Oh, just sit on the porch waiting.
Yeah. But he said with that shit.
Do you have a picture of them? Let me see how they look like.
No.
Let me get my blessings. Oh, you don't want to show me? I don't want to.
It was actually something different for me.
I don't want to see a picture of the proportion.
No.
I want to see a picture of his face. Oh, let me tell you one motherfucking thing about me. I don't want nothing that you laid in the bed with. I just want to see.
You don't know.
Face.
You don't know that.
That's all.
You know.
No, I do know that.
You don't know that.
Anybody who's laid in the bed with my sister, I don't want. Anybody who's laid in the bed with my mother, I don't want. Anybody who's laid in the bed with my aunt, I don't want. Anybody who's laid in the bed with my cousins, I don't want. Anybody who's laid in the bed with you, I don't want.
Oh Lord, it's a shame.
I don't want.
But the way things going these days, they probably slept with us and never told us.
There ain't nobody sleep with me that slept with you.
You don't know that.
Well, let me say.
No.
Oh, okay then. Don't tell me I don't know that. And best believe if they slept with you after they slept with me.
Oh, you think?
Yeah, and I turned them down afterwards. I said,
"Oh,
this is a one-ride shot. You don't get 2 rides over here."
Oh, Makael is a mess.
Yeah, well,
these days, people done slept with. I bet you somebody they claim they be DL. They done slept with somebody you know. Like it's just the world is so small.
First of all, I don't know anybody. I'm gonna just be honest with you. I don't know people who say that though.
What?
That they're DL.
Yeah,
like I don't
you
know.
What? I don't like it when they come to me with that.
Like, oh, I'm DL. Like, okay, I'm bald.
But this is my thing, Makael. Honestly, and some people might not like this, but don't come to me saying I'm DL. Yeah. Don't tell me I got a wife. Yeah. Don't tell me I got a girlfriend. Don't tell me you got kids. I don't give a fuck about none of that. All I want to know is what are we doing, and what time you're gonna be there.
Yeah, I don't need to know.
Oh, cause my girl. But don't call me 3, 2, 4, 5 in the morning.
Don't damn sure don't.
I'm at work. I'm getting up for work.
Don't call me at 11 o'clock at night.
Oh,
because I'm dead to the fucking world. You talking about 2 in the morning, bitch? 11 o'clock at night. Somebody texted me the other morning. Responded to a text of mine the other morning.
Right.
But when I woke up, I saw that they had responded. I'm about to tell you what time. Let me tell you real quick. What happened. And don't talk. I'm gonna just tell you what happened. I'm gonna tell you what happened. Stop looking over there on the phone.
Don't be scared.
No, that's a lot of unnecessary stuff. Listen.
Hey Mario.
I text somebody at 12:17 a.m. Right?
Mm-hmm.
This was yesterday. They text me back at 12:33 a.m. That's what? How many minutes is that? Like 15 minutes later?
Yes.
Bitch, I was asleep in 15 fucking minutes.
Yeah,
I didn't see that message until the following morning. And I was like, oh shit, they text me back. I had went to sleep just that fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hello?
One time I had a date coming and I felt so bad because we had messed around before. And then I told him, I said, but I was trying to get him to come at another time. I was like, because I was tired. I was like, listen, well, I'm off tomorrow. Why don't you just come tomorrow?
Right.
He's like, no, because I'm about to get off work. So I'm going to take a shower and I'm going to be on my way. And I'm like, okay. And I laid there right across the bed at 11. He's supposed to be here around 11:20. Bitch, I wake up, it's 4:30 in the morning, and I felt so bad.
Were they calling you?
Calling, texting. I'm like, oh my God, I had my phone on silent. I didn't know, and I felt so bad. And he didn't reply for a couple days.
Of course not. But you know what?
I felt so bad.
I'm going to tell you this. I feel like the bigger you get, the harder you sleep.
Why you say that?
Me, I gained all this weight, and I sleep so hard that
I'm like, wait a minute, what?
That if you text or call me, I'm asleep, I'm not going to hear it.
Mm.
So I know for a fact you didn't hear that phone
Mhm.
because I know I don't hear it when they text or call me. So yeah,
Yeah, but I felt so bad. But him and I, we have good times.
I'm sure you
But
do.
but see, what I like about this is Mikael
Mm-hmm.
is that I feel like um don't want to say a dominator,
Mm.
but
You feel like a woman.
I think that I do things to him that don't nobody else do.
Mm.
And I like that. It's so different. I ain't gonna let y'all all into my business, but it is so different. And
Like
it's like you would like first of all, when you see him, you would never think that he would be into those things.
he would let you take over.
Yes.
So by you being so into it and you've never felt that way before, that means that you're usually not the dominator.
That's not true. But what I'm saying,
Or
the things I do with him,
oh,
like
well,
I mean,
what are the ones? What are
I don't want to talk about
well?
it. But I'm just saying.
Well, name one thing you do with him that you're not.
I'm not.
Well, you brought it up, so name one thing that you do with him.
I just do. Why I got to go to fucking
If I
Tell-
name if
Why
I
the
name
fuck-
one
who,
thing,
wait a minute.
Mm.
Who asked you to be Barbara Walters?
well, if I
today?
name one
I didn't
thing,
ask you to say, well, break it down. But when you say this, what do you mean?
well, okay, I'll name one thing that I do when I'm being really,
No, okay, I'll say one thing. Okay. So
Oh, you don't want me to say mine.
So all right. So yeah, everybody knows you can eat the ass, all that stuff. But like he's open to like toys. Like
Like putting a plug
like
in his butt.
plug in the butt and toys that vibrate and stuff. Like, that's different.
Yeah, it is. It's very different.
And he gets, he likes that stuff. And I'll be like, okay.
I bet he does.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. I gave you one. What are you writing down?
Nothing. I'm not even writing. I'm looking.
He about to show me something.
Mm-hmm.
I know he is.
Mm-hmm.
See, he's too small for me. But wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
But how?
I don't know if we get this.
Oh, see?
So they enter.
I like that.
Yeah, I like
that.
Too, but
I like that. But
I'd
you
still
like,
be a little shocked, like, wow.
yeah. I like that. That's
I mean,
cute.
It is cute. Mm-hmm.
Bitch, we can talk about Shannon Sharp. Shit, I'm turning into Shannon Sharp the way things going these days. Say, no, I'm not. No. First of all, I believe there's an age limit. There is an age limit, okay? For me, I prefer you to be 25 and up. I have a preference for that. Now, I have messed around with somebody younger, and I see why a lot of people be addicted to that.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm saying like no, because you're so young.
You're looking at the age.
Yes, yeah. I definitely look at the age thing as a factor. So I'm like no, but I mean like if you want to be cool, if you need somebody to talk to, yes, I'm willing to do that. But the thing is like when they young, like the young. What I know about young, you want to just keep going. You want to keep busting them that. Right. Once you get to a certain age, once you bust that bitch, that's it. Right. Okay. But some people want to keep going. Then some people like, no, you gotta stop. And I'm like, all right. But the younger people, no, they want to keep growing. But now this situation with Shannon Sharp, all you got to do, see, first of all, somebody of your status, if you want to do these things, if you want to sleep with these young girls, you need to make them sign a contract. Like you can't come at me for nothing. Like you have to. He should know. He should know. But I think that with this new fame and all of that, because he was famous when he had his football days in the 90s and stuff. Now you're in the late teens, the early 20s, or mid 20s now. You got this fame with your podcast. People know who you are. You got these liquor brands and deals. So you figure you could just sleep with all of these young girls. You could do what you want. But you got to be careful when you messing with these young people because they can exploit you and say you did things and you probably never thought you did it. Or they could end up getting choked and getting beat up and slapped and all of that. And then later use that against you.
Yeah.
you have to be careful. But then when I seen those text messages and you want a big black baby inside of you and all of that, and like I would have cringed at something like that. I would have cringed because you're not gonna. We're now. Come on. Now there's some things I play about, but not like that.
But you have to remember, some people are kinky. Some people are kinky, and that might have turned Shannon Sharp on.
Yeah, on. Yeah.
You know, listen. Over here, I've said this on this show for years, and some people have criticized me for this, but I'm one of those people that yes, the girl being 19 or whatever, but she's legal. And I think in the court of public opinion, we're all like, oh no, 60 and 19, that's too.
Yeah.
And
he's 50, like 55 or something
whatever,
like that.
55, 60, whatever.
That's still
I think,
way too young.
It's definitely, listen, if I'm 55, I don't want a 19-year-old. I'm not even 55 and I don't want a 19-year-old. Yeah. But I'm like, well, she's legal. So we cannot act like, oh, he needs to go to jail, because in reality, she's of age and he can't go to jail. But people are treating it like, oh, well, no, she's legal. So here, what I'm really concerned about is that, Shannon Sharp, you thought that dealing with a 19-year-old would actually help you in some way, because of the fact that you honestly didn't think that this 19-year-old would at some point in time do what she is now doing to you. I would have never trusted a 19-year-old. Never trusted a 19-year-old, especially not with the money that you got and the fame and all that you got. Nah, bruh. You should have listened to Monique when Monique told you some months ago the type of woman you should be dealing with. Apparently, Cat Williams, they said, told him the same thing last year when he interviewed Cat Williams. They said
they think it's a game.
But Shannon Sharp, I just think that you should have listened to these people and you should have paid more attention to what they were saying. Because in no way, shape, or form would I ever believe that a 19-year-old, legal or not, but I would never think that a 19-year-old would have my best interest, and that at some point in time, this 19-year-old is not going to get in her feelings and want something. I'm not going to be able to give it to her, or won't give it to her, and then she turn around and try to exploit me. That's what you should have been thinking about, Shannon Sharp, but you weren't.
But you know why? Because they think what they did, and I do too. Now,
of course,
but there comes a time where you have to be smart about the situation, and every time I be looking at these Instagram hoes, because a lot of them are Instagram hoes, and I be thinking, what is it about her titties and about her pussy that all the celebrities got to sleep with the same Insta hoe?
Right. But you know what? Somebody said something just now on here, and I don't know if they're talking about Shannon Sharp, but when I look at Shannon Sharp, this young white girl gives me that's his type. He gives me a big black guy who likes these young, petite girls.
Well, you know
that's what he gives me, especially white girls.
When they get, first of all, when a lot of black men get money, they like the white girls or the Spanish-looking girls, because you know why? Because they're more submissive than a black woman, and than Keisha from down the block.
And also, it's a treat to be with a big black man.
Yeah, and he can protect me, and he got money.
I want big black dick in me. That's what they're looking at.
But and that's why I don't like people like that, because don't say that I want that BBC. That's such a turn off. I want that.
What's a turn off if you don't have it?
No, but bitch, it's a turn off because bitch, you only want to sleep with me because I'm black.
Well, some of these black guys only want to sleep with her because she's white.
And then you get them black guys, and you just know you're only into white guys, and I just be like, oh, what a loss.
Oh, you're making this about you now?
No, bitch, I'm just saying. We're gonna talk about, but we're talking about situations. That's his our experiences.
Well, listen. I don't have experience because I've never dated or messed with somebody white.
Oh, well, that's you.
You know that. I don't like nothing that ain't well done. Don't bring nothing rare to my plate. I like done steak.
I love all the colors of the rainbow.
You do. I don't. I like well done steak. I like everything on my meat well done.
But baby, ain't nothing like steak.
Never mess. I never mess with anybody white. I never mess with.
Stop, because we don't need to go there.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Thank
He
you.
said, I do not like green eggs and ham. I will not eat them on the bus. I will not eat them on the train.
I won't eat them on a trolley either.
But I do not eat green eggs and
There's a type for everybody.
yeah.
And my type is
Black.
black. That's it. That's all.
I think
I
black,
have
not
nothing
just
against
dark
other races.
black.
It's just that I don't, I'm not one of those people who mix outside.
Yeah.
I don't do that.
Yeah. As of now, when I was, because I got to be careful how I say this. When I was younger, yeah, I like the everything. As I've gotten older, some just I say no because some just look like milk, and I'm just like no. This is not my. It's just not my thing. It's just not a turn on. And then I would prefer a black wrinkle over this type of wrinkle. Well, I prefer to look at this gray hair than that because it just no. You get
Shannon Sharp just never gave me the type that messes with black women.
Whatever the case may be, you gotta be smart and you can't be dumb about the situation. Now here it is, you 35 years older. Now see, I would never want to do nobody that's 35 years younger because then I'd be like, I got nieces.
But
I got nephews.
But
they're so young.
But hello. Hold on.
What? Oh, go ahead, because that really was bothering my ear.
Oh, sorry. Well, hello. Look at these old sugar daddies.
Yeah, I get
it's
it.
the same
I
thing.
get it. I
Look
get
at Anna
it.
Nicole Smith.
Her
husband was 90 years old.
Yeah.
She was 25.
And you know what she was sucking that dick for.
I don't even think she sucked it because he died maybe about a week after they got married. Why couldn't that have been me?
Oh,
she inherited all that money.
You know what? Yeah, some people, when you're younger and you messing with somebody that old, it's a payday.
Yeah, it's a payday. And it was a payday for this girl with Shannon Sharp.
Maybe in the beginning, like he was taking care of her, grooming her, and all of that stuff.
If you take care of me and I'm 19, you damn right.
You want $50 million?
Hello?
Yeah, and then he offered you $10 million.
I'm sitting at home and seeing all of these podcast interviews that you're doing, and the ratings are shooting up, and everybody's reposting your interview. You damn right I want $50 million.
But see, I think because I heard the audio when he was like, I'm gonna choke you, you're gonna make me choke you. But I think that's how they talk. I don't think that's how he just was like, bitch, I'm gonna choke you when I see you in public. I don't believe that's how him being mean.
No, it's not being mean.
think that's something like, yeah, bitch, you know what? We on the outs right now, but that's why I'm gonna choke you when I see you.
Yeah.
That's what that reminded me of.
Yeah.
Like I know how like it's kind of like they was role playing.
Right.
That's just like don't manipulate me. Don't manipulate me.
I had a situation like that recently last month. It's in the oh God, do I? And then it's in the text messages too. Yeah, somebody told me I'm a pistol whip you when I see you. I said, "Well, bring it the fuck on, baby."
Mm-hmm. No, but you ain't never think that I'm gonna sue you, but or
no,
they get famous.
But I got turned on. Guess what? When we saw each other,
did he pistol whip you? He whipped you with that pistol.
Passionate sex.
Ain't nothing like it,
So for us and for other people watching this, when someone talks aggressive like that, it just may be shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
But somebody else like her, he threatened me. No, baby, choke me. Sometimes I whisper in the air.
Don't choke me.
Choke me harder, motherfucker. I can still breathe. Yeah, I'll text somebody right now.
You ever had somebody slap you?
Yeah, but I don't really like
You're
that.
You're not into that.
Yeah, I like to choke it.
Yeah, don't slap me.
I'll text somebody right now and be like, "Don't I like to be choked?" And they be like, "Yep."
Let me see the text.
No, I'll text someone and say, "Don't I like to be choked?" Bitch. Yeah.
Look at the kitten. The kitten is knocked out over there.
Mm-hmm.
You all right?
Yeah, choke me.
Let me tell y'all, it's hard being a cat dad, but I think somebody came to my apartment.
You think somebody came in here? What, you left the door unlocked?
I never leave my door unlocked.
Well, how do you think they got in here?
Because my cat wasn't in my apartment.
Your cat wasn't in your apartment. Where was he at?
He was in the hallway. Now, my cat.
You need to buy what's her name?
I need
a camera.
A camera.
Yeah.
Because I said, I know fucking well when I left, I closed my door. There's no way the cat could have came out. When I came in the apartment, Makael, I was going crazy.
I know you was.
When I come home, he jumps out of wherever he's at. When I open that door, He's right there. This time he ain't jumped from nowhere. And I'm like,
He
well,
probably was
bitch.
scared.
I said, I know he ain't dead.
Where was he at?
No, he was in like outside this door.
So you never even seen him when you came up the steps?
No.
Where was he? He must have been
I
up
think
the
he been
steps.
upstairs.
Yeah, and then he
probably
heard
was in
you.
the upstairs apartment or something. But I kept
Is it empty
hearing
up
a
there?
meow. No, it's some people up there. Some people doing some work because they got to fix the ceiling in my bathroom. But my thing is, nothing was out of place.
Mhm.
The cat just wasn't in my
The
apartment.
cat just wasn't there. But
And
when
I
he heard
said-
you, he ran back down the steps?
I'm assuming because I asked the guy. I said, "Was you in my apartment? Was you?" He said, "He don't speak no English."
No.
No, I wasn't in your apartment. But I'm like, somebody was in my apartment, but I didn't like.
Yeah.
I don't want to. I don't want to. I'm trying to stay one more year.
He don't have no
I don't
maintenance
wanna
people
go
in here.
crazy.
He's still trying to get
Yeah.
that ceiling fixed in that bathroom.
Yeah,
And it's been almost 2 years.
Let me tell you something. Oh, let me tell you something. So
What?
my landlord,
Because I'm about to call the Better Business
my
Bureau on them.
landlord, she called me the other day on Monday. I was relaxing. Kevin,
Mm.
take a picture of your ceiling for me. Yada 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 in the bathroom.
Mm.
Okay. So she's like, well, he never finished the ceiling. I said,
Did you? No.
first of all, Makael, I don't like them in my apartment.
Right.
So she was like, why you never told me he finished? She said, I paid him all of this money.
I was just getting ready to say that.
And
She
I
probably
said,
paid him
well,
all that
that's-
money.
That's not my business.
No, it's not.
I didn't know nothing about that.
And she should have came as a landlord to make sure it was fixed.
And you should have done an inspection. But my thing was, she'd been in my apartment before and she took pictures, and I didn't like that. So I said, I'm not. If it's nothing I can't fix, I'm not calling them because I don't want them in my place. I just don't like Makael. Ever since before like I was never a person that could live alone, all this and that. But I really don't like people in my personal space. Like even if you I don't give a fuck if you in the area. I really don't want to be bothered by your presence, like because you just popping up on me. Now let's be planned this. Like I just don't like. I really like being by myself, and I don't like people in my space. I like to leave shit the way I like it,
Clearly,
and then when I'm ready to do whatever, yes, but don't like. I just don't like people in my space at all. But she's like, he never finished it. I didn't know he didn't paint it. Listen, I
paint it. He didn't fix nothing.
Yeah, he never put that light back in the.
And it's still a hole. Paint it, miss. It's a hole in the ceiling. What do you mean paint?
I didn't give a fuck. I just don't because he was in here. He's in here when I'm in here. Like,
you think he's in here smelling your drawers?
I don't know what they was doing.
I saw a movie like that once. I saw a Netflix documentary where this guy bought this old motel, right? And then he ended up putting hidden cameras in each vent of the motel rooms, and that's how he was secretly able to watch his people who were standing whistling. He was a voyeur type of thing. It was on Netflix.
If anybody recording me, I hope you had a good time watching. Because I be looking like I do look through them little things up there.
What thing?
You see the light because it's like you never know.
Yeah, you're right.
Somebody could put a camera up in there.
They sure can, but see, you wouldn't be able to see nothing unless you was sitting right here.
Yeah. Yeah. But I can't do anything because this cat be if I do anything, I do put the cat in the bathroom.
Why?
Because
it's a cat. They don't know what's going on.
I don't even like the cat. I don't like the cat watching me.
You think the cat wants to watch you? He probably is excited when you put his ass in the bathroom.
He don't really want it that much. He be chilling.
I'm just saying.
Do y'all really think I just let Makael sit here and just say shady shit all day?
I'm just saying.
But no.
As soon as that cat see you open his door for company and he see you move him in that bathroom, he said, "Ooh."
He was in the bathroom before.
He probably don't want to throw.
I need to get him spaded.
Yeah, you should. And declaw.
Yep.
And
I don't want him to declaw.
You need to declaw him, Kevin, because he's going to start ripping stuff up in here.
He's a kitten.
No.
Only thing he's tore up is toilet paper and paper towel.
And your toothpaste.
Yeah, and the toothpaste. He sure did.
Yeah, I saw that with my own 2 eyes.
Yeah, but he all right. He just wants to play. And like if I go pee, he jump up and go to the bathroom with me. when I was taking a dump, he wants to sit at the back of the toilet to see what I'm doing. And if I take a shower with the door closed, he's sticking his hand under the door.
He's waiting for you. How many times do you have to, how many times a week do you have to put him in the bathroom?
When I got somebody coming over, like today.
How many times a week is that? Because today's
None of your
Friday.
fucking business.
Today's Friday. Excuse me. What's his name?
King.
King. How many times do you go in that bathroom? A week?
He don't even respond. Look,
6.
6 times a week.
It's 7 days in the damn week. Oh, he let you rest on Sunday? Oh.
Does he sleep with my
So you King of Kings and Lords of Lords. Oh, look at him.
Look at him.
6 times a week. That's a lot of time.
He enjoying his sleep. He gets on my nerves sometimes.
That maintenance man came in here doing something.
So they went in there and looked at the bathroom.
He probably laid in your bed.
And that's the thing, Makael. You know how I be having toys and shit laying around in here?
I know.
They be like, oh, he a freak.
I know. Trust me, I know. I know. I know. And I know how forgetful you are too. So I know you probably left things out, not thinking nobody was gonna come in here.
I hate hiding stuff and not knowing where I put it. Ooh. I'd be like, fuck, where the fuck I put that? I'd be like, it's somewhere. I find it. Yeah.
Well, somebody said cats mind their business.
They do, but no, he's a kitten.
Well, I'm gonna say this. I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna actually disagree with you, Sam, because there's somebody who I like to cut up with from time to time, and they have a big ass cat, and I always have to put their cat in the basement. I shoot that cat right in the basement because I've noticed a few times we were in that living room doing our thing, and that cat just kept coming over and looking and sitting there watching. So not all cats mind their business. Not all.
And somebody told me they cat, and I said, are you allergic to cats? Yes. Okay, I gotta put the cat away. Are you scared of cats? No. Okay, but I'm gonna still put my cat away. I do have a cat. Y'all want to see the cat? Oh Lord.
Who wants to see the cat?
Who said they don't see the cat?
You go on his Instagram page. He's all over there and Facebook.
You ain't got to be scared, Makael.
No, I'm not. He's asleep.
He ain't gonna get you. But yeah, he let him sleep for a little while because I swear when I get up in the morning, I be trying to sneak in the bathroom. Bitch, he pops right on up, follows me in there. He'll get in the shower with me. He'll let the little water hit him, and then he'll get out.
He'll get in the shower with you.
Yeah.
What's going on up in here?
That's my cat.
I ain't never known a cat to jump in the shower with somebody.
Yeah, kitten. Yep, he hops in the shower. He jumps in there. Yep. And
somebody's gonna report you
when he hear that can open. Oh, he goes crazy.
Well, what is he gonna do with that chicken that you left in that bowl?
He gonna eat it.
When?
He'll eat it.
I ain't never heard of no cat. That's like when Phaedra said that she didn't know how far along she was when she was pregnant.
Yeah,
I ain't never heard of that.
Yeah,
So a cat getting in the shower?
This kitten goes everywhere, and I think it's because he's curious. That's all. So that's all.
You should have put soap on him then and see if he like that.
No. All cats don't like baths, and then it makes their fur heavy. But he will have to get a bath eventually. He's gonna have to take a shower.
Yeah, he is. I just didn't know that they got in the shower, girl.
Yeah, he because and then like Makael, when I tell you I'm in the shower, it's like and I close the door, he's running against the door trying to get through. And I'm just like, fuck. Do
you think he's gay?
No.
You know what? I saw this thing, and I'm not being funny when I asked that. Did you know I was into like watching like Discovery Channel with animals, particularly lions? Like I love watching lions kill animals. I don't know why. And I discovered recently that some male lions will have sex with each other. And I never knew that. And then
I didn't know that.
Kevin, neither fuck did I. As much as I've been watching this, but they're not having sex with each other like as a turn on, like if
like anal sex?
Yeah, hello. How else would they have sex? They ain't sucking each other off.
Wow.
I'm gonna show you. I couldn't believe it when I saw it, and I said, "What kind of shit?"
Don't show me that.
No, I'm not gonna show.
No, phone?
Bitch, it's not on my phone.
Oh,
I was about to Google why does that happen.
Oh. Don't sigh at me. I just saw you through the camera.
Have
You hear me? I said, why is that in your phone?
yeah. There's a reason why, and I was so curious. Like I'd never heard of that.
What that say?
Yeah. So male lions sometimes engage in mounting behavior with each other, which is often interpreted as a form of social bonding. Yes, rather than sexual activity. This behavior can occur in different contexts, including during periods of stress or when new males are joining a pride. When I saw that, I could not believe. I said, "Oh my god!" And then there was a video because I follow all these animal stuff on Facebook. And when I saw this video, I said,
he just laid it low and spread it wide.
the male lion, one of the male lions was already laying there. And then the other male lion came up and he came behind him and then he started mounting him and the other one was just sitting there. And I was just like, what the fuck? I never saw that in my life. So that's why I asked, was he gay? Because clearly animals.
Did you ever see another? Now, as many cats as we had, never seen a male cat.
Me neither.
On top of a male cat.
Me neither.
You know?
No,
but he gonna. I gotta get him spayed because soon, probably by the end of May, because I don't want him spraying on shit.
You damn sure don't.
Because baby,
yeah. And
be like,
I'll walk in this apartment and it smell like a cat. I'm leaving.
Okay.
I don't want that on my clothes.
No problem.
Shit. I don't play that.
Who, Makael? Wait a minute, y'all. And who the fuck do you think you talking to? You. You don't think I know nothing about cats?
Listen.
As long as I've been living, and as many cats that grew up in 2219.
You right about that, but I'm just telling you, hey, listen, the other day I came home and I was walking down my block and I seen these two cats in between this car, and I'm like, oh shit, I don't know if they're about to, they start going crazy and they're about to fight or whatever. So I said, let me hurry up and walk past these cats. But as I was walking by, I smelt the stench of what's the name. So I said, ugh. That's a horrible smell.
Can you believe that some people come to work smelling like that?
Yeah, that's what I said.
They act like they don't smell it.
Let me tell you.
You smell it, bitch.
Honey, let me tell you one thing about me. As much mouth as I got, and you think I'm going to walk to work smelling like a cat? So those people in that hospital can talk about me? The fuck he think he is with all that mouth coming here smelling like that? Don't talk about me from the 7th floor to the basement.
Yes.
No, you will not. So you better hurry up and get that cat spayed before I come.
Well, listen, nobody from Patreon went live with us. And I put the link on there. So listen, if you want to go live with us because you got limited time, I'm posting the link. And then you could come on and say, hey. Now, I don't want you to hide your face and all that bullshit. I want you to come on, come through camera. Come through. Oh, I don't like.
Come through no camera now.
Can you imagine? They can bust a nut through the camera.
And don't forget our cash apps. We're here.
Yeah.
Now.
Oh yeah. If y'all enjoying the conversation, I mean, we could at least get $5. $5.
I'm fine with 2.
I'm fine with 3.
2 adds up.
And 3 adds up. 5 adds up.
No, it does. It really does.
If you want to go live, I just posted the link. It's right there.
I don't want no cats. Go up so I can see how many people are on here.
We got 330.
Oh, wow.
366
almost 400 people. These cash apps should be ringing. Ring-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling.
Yeah. Yeah. Soon I might have to come back to just YouTube, period, one of these days. I don't know.
Why?
I don't know. I'm going to have to go back to work soon.
Oh, let me tell you one thing about me. Don't have me come in here and that cat start spraying because I'm not coming in here.
Makael, if the cat sprayed, first of all, I wouldn't even invite you here. I wouldn't invite nobody in here. Okay? Bitch, the first thing they come in, they say, what the fuck is that?
Yeah. Oh, honey.
Baby, I would be so embarrassed.
Honey. And that's a strong smell.
Yeah. And I put his cat litter in the bathroom till I put it back in here. But he goes to the bathroom. That's one thing about him. He goes to the bathroom.
He better.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tawan. I hope I pronounced your name right.
Yeah. And this one, you ever seen him before?
No.
This one was crazy.
Where you know him from?
Bitch, I know him for almost 20 years.
Oh.
But okay, so I know him since I was young.
Oh, he's from Philly.
Yeah, he's from Philly. So I haven't seen him in years though.
Mhm.
But I happened to ran across his Facebook. I said, that look like.
You know,
First of all, you see the name he got in there.
yeah, I don't know what that's going on with that.
Yeah. I said, oh, wait a minute, let me send him a friend request. First of all, I sent him that friend request so long ago, I forgot. Thank you, Mr. Portis. I sent it so long ago, I forgot I sent it to him.
Mm-hmm.
So then, when he sends it to me, I'm like, maybe we should, hang out sometime this summer or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, then he started talking. He's like, I always wanted you. Such and such and such. Don't make that face.
No,
don't do it, bitch. He said, I always wanted you.
I didn't make no face.
Yada yada yada.
Comfortable in this chair,
felt it.
so I can hear the rest of the story.
So he said, we was talking. He's like, you never had time for me. He tried to do all of that.
Yeah, make it about you.
But I was young. I said, no. I said, first of all, I did like you, but I don't know what the fuck happened. I don't even remember what happened. Like we probably like did a little thing, and then that was it.
Did you ever cut up?
I don't really remember.
It was so long.
Yeah, it was so long ago.
Most
like
knowing you probably did
over 20 years ago. Like over 20. Like I had to be like in my teens.
Mm.
So this time he was like, listen, I'll come to Philly or whatever.
To sleep with you?
Beyond that, he said, I felt like it was like one of those, I go after what I want.
Yeah. Wow.
And I'm not letting no more.
Wow.
He said, I'm not letting no more time pass. And I was like, hold up. Like, wait a minute. Like, I'm not trying to do all of that. I said, first of all, I don't even know if we still compatible. Like, it's been so long. Like, can we be friends first?
Right.
And then see if that can lead to somewhere?
Right.
He's just like, no, because I'm not letting nobody snatch you up, or I'm just like, oh my God. I said, what the fuck? What door did I open? That's what I thought in my mind. What door did I open? And now he's in Philly this weekend.
You should see him.
I do want to see him.
Of course.
And this would be like, okay, now, bitch, if you real crazy, if I think you crazy, because that felt like some possessive stuff. I didn't like how I felt about those messages.
So you should.
So I kind of like pulled back from.
So you're not going to meet him.
I will, but I kind of like pulled back from, like sending, like going back and forth with Facebook, because I was like, that was just too much.
So let me ask you this: are you going to meet him here or out in the public?
No, we're going to meet in public.
Yeah.
I wouldn't bring him back to my house.
No. If you say he's crazy like that, I wouldn't bring him back in here either.
Yeah,
He'll walk in here and say, "Oh my God, it's go crazy."
It felt weird, and I just was like, no. But I know he's not like that. But you haven't seen somebody in years.
What is he doing up there?
He lives in New York.
Yeah, but
I didn't see. I didn't ask him all of that. But you ready to just jump straight into a relationship? Just like that?
No, I didn't even know you said all that. Well, how did I miss that? No, I don't want to jump in a relationship. I ain't seen you in years.
Like that.
And what's going on in your life that you want to jump in a relationship with me?
Yeah.
And we don't even live in the same city.
Yeah. No. I wouldn't mind that. Like he was always nice, and we did have good times. Mm-hmm. But I don't even think, Makael, we never slept with each other. It was more like I'm touching you, you touching me type of thing, or kiss. And like,
I think at this age, at my age, I don't want to be in a relationship with no one who doesn't live in the same city as me. Period.
I get it.
Like nights like this, if I leave here, I want to go and chill with you. I don't want to go home and talk on the phone with you because you live 2 states away. No. Centers is out. I want to go to the movies with you. I don't want to go to the movies and come back and talk about Centers. No. We're at an age where I don't want to do no long distance relationship. I ain't 22.
Yeah.
I'm 33.
I'm 40. And I need body next to me.
Yeah.
I don't want to be, put the FaceTime on. No. I was willing to do that when I was young. I really was. I was
Mm.
like, yeah, long distance relationship. Yeah, if you could
Yeah,
do
when
that.
you're young. That's why I said we're not 22
But
anymore. We're
Mikael,
older.
with the advancement, with all of these apps,
Yeah, but I don't care about that. I'm like you.
don't.
I'm like what you just said. I want to touch you.
I do.
I want to feel you.
And that's what I'm like. I would be worried about what you're doing when I'm not there.
I ain't worried about that at all because I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
So I never have to worry about what you're doing because I'm not doing it.
Mhm.
Or how you feel about a long distance relation. I don't feel no way about it because that's not my thing.
Yeah.
Especially not at my age.
Yeah.
I'm old enough to be
You
somebody's
about to be
father.
50.
You think I want to do a long distance relationship and I'm old enough to be somebody's father? Literally old enough
Bitch,
to be
you're old
somebody's
enough to
father?
be somebody's grandfather.
I am. No, seriously, I
You
am.
are. Yeah.
Some of my
The
staff,
people I'm about to say,
some
the
of the
people you went to
staff,
school with
yeah,
as grandmas.
grandmothers, yeah.
Ain't that shocking?
It's
Like,
very
bitch,
shocking.
And you be like, I ain't even got one, bitch, and you are grand.
I ain't got that. Listen, and I ain't got no problem with not having one either.
Yeah. Well, your mom will never say you don't want one, Makael.
Why would she say that to me?
Bitch,
She know I ain't.
used to do
First
that.
of all, since Barbara,
Barbara
Kevin, was playing mind games.
Not
with you.
one.
That's what she was doing.
No.
She was playing mind games.
Even my coworker Kevin, you should.
Your coworkers.
I'm like, well, who gonna fucking do it?
Your
Okay.
coworkers know how to have a good time at work. That's why they ask you them questions.
Stop it.
But ain't nobody asking me them damn questions. One, I don't have patience.
You don't want none.
No,
Not one.
not one.
Me neither. But I do want one. But I
Not
don't
one.
want to. I don't want to go through the
No.
process of raising
Right.
a baby.
Right.
Like that's my baby right there, and
There
that's
you go.
already hard work.
Let me tell you something. When my dog died a few years ago, hello. Okay.
You said I'm not doing it again.
When she
All
died,
that training you had to do.
when she died, and I came home that day the day after she died, and completely forgot that she had died the day before, and I came home the next day from work,
Come on.
ready to walk her, and she didn't come to the top of them steps, and I started crying. I said, "Oh no, I don't know how people do this." Mm-mm.
And you ain't never want another one?
No. Well, I do, but it's like I do, but then I don't because listen, no, because it's not easy. Well, you've had pets that died,
Yeah.
but baby, when she died, I said, "Oh no!" 14 years I had her. Oh no. Mm-mm.
You said my job is done.
Yeah, my job is done, baby. I raised you. Yeah,
Oh,
that wasn't easy.
yeah, it you do get those periods where you forget somebody died, and that is so painful.
Yeah.
And when you have to realize, like, no, they're not here no more.
Yeah.
Like, when I didn't get that position I had wanted a long time ago, I wanted to call my mom so bad because I know she had some words, and I couldn't get it. But then I'm like, all the people, like all the older people in my life, a lot of them are not here no more. They're just not. And I don't want to try to replace them.
No, you can't.
But I do enjoy conversations with older people because they got stories.
Well, you know, I enjoy conversations with
Yeah.
old people. I just was on the phone with one before we started. Gossiping.
Yeah. But it's so different. Like, I hope you won't know what that feel like for a long time. But it is totally different. Like, you could go to your mom, you can go to your dad with your problems. But when they're not here, and you got your aunts, once everybody start passing, it's going to be so different for you. Because I had my aunt, she'd be like, that ain't your friend. Nope, because what the fuck is he doing that for? Yada, yada, yada. I don't have no old person to talk to.
Well, see, your mom didn't have siblings, did she?
No.
She was the only child, right?
As far as we know, yes.
As far as you know. And then her older cousins and them, y'all didn't really...
Yeah, I still, my mom, her aunts are still living. She still got aunts still living.
Yeah, because she had aunts, yeah.
Yeah.
Because your grandmom had all those, your great-grandmom had your grandma.
My great-grandmom had 18 kids.
Yeah.
And like 7 or 8 of them are still alive.
Mm.
But it's like, I like hearing their stories. I love hearing old people's stories, period. But it's like, for me, it would be weird. Like, because you don't know me from a child. And as I got older and you see the changes in me and all of that, those people seen all of those changes in me. Those people want to know what I was doing, who I was doing, the main thing that they just did, like, don't catch nothing. Please don't catch nothing.
Yeah.
Because it was a death sentence for family members. And my mom, she was like, I don't like it, but I'm not gonna put you out there in the streets. You my child, all this and that. And then it was just like it became acceptance too. But I do miss coming home. I'd be fucked up, and my mom be sitting right there in the living room. Why are you still down here? And we just start talking, and just start talking about a whole bunch of stuff. One thing I never talked to her, I never talked about sex. I never said who I'm fucking. I felt I did this, I did that. Like I don't know how people have those conversations with their parents.
Yeah.
I never talked about who I was dating or none of that stuff. It was just conversations.
I don't know how some people have those conversations.
I don't know.
I can't have those conversations with her.
And she'll try to be like, oh, because your dad and mom, I don't want to hear about what the fuck y'all used to do.
Oh, yeah.
You can stop right there at your dad. Stop.
Because I already know how I got here.
Yeah. But she still believed, like, oh, no. So you just need a girl to put that pussy on you one good time, and then you'll be all right. You'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Don't she
what's so funny today I have 2 new trainees, and one of my employees, he's training one of the girls, and very handsome young guy.
Mm-hmm.
And so the young lady, I noticed yesterday that I think she was kind of feeling him, so I kind of know. So then today he came in first. So I said, well, how was it training, her yesterday? He said, no, it was cool. She cool. He was like, yeah, she was asking me all these different questions. I said, I kind of think she likes you. And he was like, oh, I don't know, whatever the case may be. So then when she came in, I said to her while he was standing there, I said, well, how was it, him training you? And she said, oh, no, he was cool. He was good. She said, I had some reservations at first. And I said, really, what? And she said, I don't know. I just didn't think he was going to do good. She said, but he was actually really good training me. He did a good job. So I said, well, good. Because I didn't think he was going to do a good job either. So then she said, yeah, I had some other things about him that I was saying. So I said, oh, like what? And she was like, well, I don't know. When I look at him, he just gives me somebody who has kids. No. So he had told me that she asked him if he had kids. Mm-hmm. So I asked her, I know how to weasel things in without her knowing that he told me. So I said to her when we were talking, I said, do you have any kids? And she said, no, I don't have any kids. And I said, oh, okay. So I said, how old are you? So she told me how old she was. And I said, good. Don't have no kids yet. Wait until you get a little older.
Yeah, I'd say that too.
Yeah, so she said, yeah, no, I don't want no kids yet. She said, but I thought he had kids. And I said, really? You did? And she said, yeah. I thought he had 5 kids.
Damn.
I looked at her and I said, 5 kids? I said, what do you see when you look at him? But see, that's how I know she liked him. So I said, what do you see when you look at him that would have you thinking that he got 5, not 1, not 5? So he started laughing. He was like, damn. I said, he don't even have 1 kid. She said, I know. He told me yesterday, but something about him just looked like he got a whole bunch of kids. And I was like, huh? Girl, you like him.
How old is he?
They the same age. Oh. He's 22, she's 21. They the same age. And
but why would he have a bunch of kids?
I don't know why she would think that. I don't know why. And you just met him. Mind you, you just met him yesterday. But you want to say that.
But some of these young ones, they do look old. They do look old.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't look old at all. First of all, he looks young. He doesn't even look like he's 22. He looks like about 18 because he's so small.
Maybe
he's the smallest guy. But when she said that, I said 5. Girl, there's nothing about him that looks like he got 5 kids. Nothing. He looks like a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Like he got no damn 5 kids. I said not 1 but 5. She said, "Oh yeah, I don't know."
Damn,
girl, you want him?
Leave him alone.
You just met him yesterday.
You know what? These young people.
I said, "What the hell?"
These young people, and we've all been there because we've been young, but in your 20s, please, because something I wish I did. I wish I just would have went to school in my 20s. Like, just go to school, go to work, but mainly go to school and then, work somewhere, still stay at home, get your life in order, and then step out.
Fuck it.
Stop worrying about what other people Stop worrying about what other people think about you or where you should be at in life, and do what's best for you, and then jump out there. I know at this time it's about to feel like 2008. All these people are losing their jobs. Shit, I'm about to. I don't know what's going on with my job. It's just like a lot of shit is going on in this world,
Mm-hmm.
and we shouldn't be so quick to try to push them out the nest. Yes, it's good to know that your children are responsible, but as you see what this climate is giving right now, don't be so quick to push them out. Let them live a little. Let them get the experience. This is your time. You want to meet people. You probably want to fuck people. We all want to fuck and stuff like that. But you got to be careful. You got to be safe because you don't want no children, especially at 20 something years old. Children are a lot of responsibility. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
This cat, been in my life for almost 3 weeks. It's a lot of responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
Got to make sure he eat. Got to make sure he drinks. Got to make sure he not doing shit, jumping into shit. Like he's following me everywhere. It's kind of like one of those things where wherever I go, he wants to go,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just in my apartment, and I don't want to have to be like, oh, I gotta feed the baby. I gotta change the diaper. I gotta wash the baby. I gotta feed the baby. I gotta take him to the doctor. I gotta take him to this appointment, that appointment. Oh, the baby crying. I don't know why he crying. I just fed him. I want to do this. I don't feel like going through none of that shit at 40 years old. Okay, but we should, not just you, we should encourage our children to go to school, get a good job, meet someone,
Mm-hmm.
get married, then have children. Our priorities are so messed up. We have so many children that's born out of wedlock, but let's not act like this is not really something that can happen. Now I get on my coworker, but my coworker, she's one of those that she's involved with everything that her daughter is doing. Her daughter is 21, 22.
Mm-hmm.
Our daughter still lives at home. They still take family vacations. Whatever's going on, wherever the mother is there.
Mm-hmm.
My daughter don't go to no club. My daughter don't drink. My daughter don't smoke. She don't do nothing. She don't do nothing but go to school. Got them scholarships stuff.
Mm-hmm.
About to graduate.
I know that's right.
And she's like, I'm doing this because this is what my mother did to me.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll say, but wait a minute, you don't want to give your daughter no independence. She live under my roof. She gonna follow my rules.
Well, she's 21, man. And I understand.
I know, and she don't give a fuck what you got to say about that. She don't care.
But see, those type of people want to still run somebody's life. And you know what's so funny? Because I watched Tina Knowles do an interview because she's promoting her new book, and I love this interview, this tour that she's been going on right now, where she's doing these interviews. It's just amazing. I love it. Beyonce, you need to come back and start doing interviews like your mom has been doing to promote this book. But I think it was with Gayle King the other day where she was talking about Solange's, when Solange got pregnant, and talking about how Solange was a teen mom or whatever the case may be, and then Solange decided that she wanted to get married, and so she was like, she was just like going through the motions because Solange is a young mom, this and third, and she said, I had to realize Solange has always been her own person. She's always beat it for her own drum, and I can't live my life. Solange has to live her own life. I can't live through Solange or have Solange live the type of life I want her to live. She has to live her own life. And parents like that, it's not good. I have a coworker who has a neighbor who's like that. She's controlling of her daughter's life. Her daughter's in her 20s, and it's like, you cannot do that. How do you expect someone to live life if you are trying to control how they live life? Like, I understand that the person that you're talking about is living under your roof. I get that. However, 21 is a legal adult. And whether she's living under your roof or not, how do you think that it's okay to try to dictate her life? Oh, well, she does under my roof. And she's 21.
I've tried, but I just think I just be like, yeah, I understand. I understand where she's coming from. She's like, my daughter not gonna do this. My daughter not gonna be this.
Well, no,
But I said, but you never know. Like he could be Prince Charming.
You know what she sounds like? She sounds like those parents that forbid or talks down on gays, and then all of a sudden their child becomes gay.
Oh, I hope not.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like, You know what I was, and this is something out of all the years of me living, I never heard my dad say anything negative about gay people. Never. Never heard him say anything negative. My dad was always that person that he treats everybody the same. My sister had a friend who was extremely gay, extremely flamboyant. And whenever he would come over the house, he would, hey dad, and he would, hey son, whatever. And he would always treat my sister's friend like a human being. He never talked down on him. He never said nothing bad about. Like my dad always had that. Well, oh, he's gay. Oh, okay. Well, he's gay. Like that don't have nothing to do with me. Like, and my dad allowed people to live their life. And my dad said to me one day, and he came to me, and my mom and dad came to me, and they never said, oh, well, it was always like, listen, if anybody say something to you, so. My mother, first of all, my mother is me. If we think you said something smart, we coming at you. And that's what my mom did one day at a family function.
Oh, Lord.
She thought one of my aunts had said something about me. She thought my aunt was being slick because my aunt had made a comment saying that something about I reminded her of all people, Dwight from Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Why would she say of all people?
And my mom went off.
What the fuck is
and I will never forget. It was at a baby shower too, and my mom went off. The white of all people.
I really gotta go to the bathroom.
Of all fucking people, and my mom went off. But see, my mom and dad are like that protector, where it's like, and I never forget. My dad came to me one day, and he said to me, if anybody say anything to you out of line, you better let me know. And I'm like, Dad.
I think your grandma probably said something a long time ago to them.
And I'm like, Dad, trust me. I'm a grown man. I know how to handle. But my dad is like one of those, like, if somebody says something to you, you better let me know. And I'm like, Dad,
what?
I have grown up to be able to defend myself. I don't have to tell you nothing. That's how they are. You know what I mean? Like they're one of them. Yeah, my mom went off, and I felt so bad for my aunt because I knew for a fact my aunt wasn't being. You know what I mean?
I know, but still,
but it was just like because even I was just like Dwight.
But he always had something slick to say, and he got a smart ass.
And I think my aunt was saying along the lines of that because my whole family know, how I am with you is how I am with them. So they all know my mouth, and I think my aunt was basically like, and at that time when this happened, because this was some years ago, so when this happened. The early days of Real Housewives of Atlanta was on. The White was on, So I think that's why my aunt. This is the same aunt that told me when we got into it with Tamar, and I had called her to tell her about it, and she was like, "You better not speak to that bitch again." Not my aunt that I'm really close with, but the oldest aunt. She's the one. She was like, when I called her to tell her about what happened, what was going on with us with Tamar, and my aunt said, "Well, you better not call her no goddamn more. You better not call her bitch
vacuuming."
Yes, she did. Told me vacuuming. Yeah. But I didn't take offense to the Dwight comment, but my mom did. And let's just say my aunt will never call me
Dwight again.
Okay. Never.
Bitch. I'm gagging at Dwight.
Dwight. Of all people, Dwight. That table was so quiet when my mom was going off for her.
What? Do you remember what your mom said?
No, I just remember it was just so uncomfortable. Not what my aunt said, because I wasn't, but it was just uncomfortable because of the tension. Like, it was just like, Mom, why would you say that? What? I know damn Dwight. He don't remind you of Mom. I ain't gonna tell her who I remind her of. I don't remind you of Dwight. I really don't. But Mom, calm down. No damn Dwight.
She's not gonna do.
Yeah. Dwight.
Of all my motherfucking son.
Yeah.
Ain't no fucking Dwight.
Yeah. Of all people. Baby. Okay. Woo. But you know what? My impact in my family has come a long way because when one of my cousins, when he came out to his mom, and mind you, she was heartbroken. Not because he came out, but she was heartbroken because he came out to his dad first. and didn't come out to her first.
Mm.
She was heartbroken. I'm gonna tell you why she was heartbroken. Years ago, when he was much younger, I think there was an inkling, and his mom snapped, as a lot of black mothers
I'm
do.
about to say she must have said something or did something.
When she called me, because I will never forget the day that my cousin called me to tell me, I was asleep. So when I woke, and I had like 2 or 3 missed calls, so I'm thinking something bad happened. So when I called her back, she answered, and she was like, "Oh my God, I'm trying to talk to you." So I said, "Well, what happened? What's going on?" So she said, "Well, he came out to me today." And I said, "Really?" And she said, "Yeah." So she was telling me, and she was just like, "Makael, I always knew this, that, and the third, but whatever." She said, "But I'm so mad." So I said, "What are you mad about?" And she said, "Because he told his dad, and his dad been new." And I said, "Well, what were you mad? That's his dad." And she said, "Well, Makael, I don't know, but whatever." So I said to her, I said, "Let me ask you a question. Have you ever, And she said, "Well, you know what, Makael, years ago," and she started explaining to me, "This is what happened." And I said, "Let me stop you right there. That's why he didn't tell you, because of the reaction that you gave him years ago when you had an inkling. How was his father's reaction at the time?" And she said his father's reaction, I don't. That's gonna make me sick to my stomach. Sick to my stomach. So anyway, and I haven't eaten yet. So anyway, so anyway, anyway, okay. Anyway, back to the story, Mikael. Anyway, so I said to her, so she said to me, she said, his reaction, he was angry at the time, the dad, but his dad didn't really outwardly show his anger. And I said, "You know what?" I said, "Let me tell you something right now. Y'all have never had to go to jail over this boy. Y'all never had any issues with him." I said, "Look what he's doing now with his life. His life is so phenomenal right now." I said, "That is a blessing." I said, "The least you got to worry about is him being gay."
Yeah, bailing him out,
you know
baby
what I mean?
mom drama.
I said, "Y'all raised
support.
him so perfectly. Y'all have the perfect son." I said, "The least you got to worry about is the fact that he's gay. You ain't never," and she was like, "Makael, you're absolutely right." She said, "You're absolutely right." I said, "You never, ever, ever." And I said, "I've never heard one bad thing about him. Never heard one thing."
Yeah.
And I said, "Thank God that he felt comfortable enough to have a parent that he could go to." And I explained, I said, "You have to understand this lifestyle. There are a lot of people out there who don't have their parents that they can go to because their parents will shun them." I said, "But even though you're mad at him, even not at him, but even though you're mad that he didn't come to you, thank God that he had a father that he could go to.
Yeah.
And thank God that his father was accepting and waiting for him to now tell you."
But they both knew.
Yeah, well, they both knew, but thank God he felt comfortable enough to tell his. Of course they do. Felt comfortable enough to tell his father, and his father didn't reject him.
Yeah, I didn't have to really deal with no like no family members on either side of on my mom's side or my dad's side. Or never had to get nobody together or none of that shit. Like I'm glad that I never had to do that or go through that. I just live my life. I just do me. I just had an uncle that just be like, "Don't catch nothing," because I had an uncle that passed away from HIV. I don't know how he got it. I know his wife had it. She passed, and like 12 years later, he passed. But I've just never had that. Where the family members don't talk to you. But no, I did have one cousin. Okay, I did have one cousin, right? I was young. I was like a teenager, and she didn't want her son to sleep in the room with me. Now, granted, I didn't. I know she was my cousin, and that was her son, and she had the right to do that. But me, I just felt some type of way about it.
Of course.
But I never told her until like 13 years. She had came to my birthday party, and I was so drunk. And I said, "I'm going to tell you something." I said, a long time ago, I just didn't like how
Right.
You thought I was going to do something to
And
your
you made
child.
me feel.
Yeah, and you made me feel some type of way. But I said, other than that, I love you. You my cousin. Yada 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 yada. But I just like I really felt bad that you thought that I would do something like that to your child. But even though I would never do that, she ain't know me like that. I ain't know her like that. And me, remember a long time ago, I was like, yeah, I would let my child sleep in Michael Jackson house and all of that. But the way people are and these stories that children have and they tell their parents and some don't believe them and all of that stuff, I understand why. But yes, I felt insulted. I felt insulted.
As you should have been.
But I was glad that I was able to get that off my chest. And she never like treated me different after that. But I just like I had to get it out. Like I would never do nothing like that to nobody, especially a family. I would never do nothing like that. And it's just family. Like I love my family. Never do nothing like that to hurt my family. But yeah, that's the only issue I ever had with a family member. Other than that, yeah, you got your family that live in house that might say some shit, but I'm in my truth. I'm living my truth. And at 16, I had to be me. I had to be me. Wasn't no DL bullshit. Like No, Kevin's gonna be Kevin. And you want to treat me the same way. I just like to sleep with men. Or at that time I like to sleep with boys. But don't try to treat me different. I'm still the same me. I just sleep with who I sleep with. I have a sexual preference. Why treat people different because of their sexual preference? Why does someone being happy, why does that affect you? I hate that when I see guys show all of that aggression. And I really do believe is that because you can't be the way you want to be. So you get these women, you beat up on these girls, because a man don't be beating up on no woman. I've never seen no man beat my mom. You ain't no real man. You taking your aggression and your anger out on a woman is something hitting real deep inside. Okay? It's something going on in the inside where you want to beat a woman up. That shit ain't cool.
You know what else isn't cool?
What?
The smell of a men's locker room.
A men's locker room? It depends.
I only say that because I'm looking at somebody on Instagram and he's in the locker room and I'm like, I can only imagine how their locker room.
Let me see.
Very nice.
You cute.
Yeah. Very nice. He does a little podcast, bro.
How you know him?
I don't. I just follow him.
Wait, let me see. Let me follow him.
No. You didn't.
No, no. We might get him on the show. You never know.
No, he's not inviting you.
You're such a hater. Makael is such a hater.
You wouldn't show me who that was that came over here.
I sure didn't.
All right then.
It's all right.
Yeah, well,
let me tell you something.
Yeah, tell me.
I had a good time.
I'm sure you did.
I had a good time.
I'm sure you did.
Cause baby.
Thank you, Malik.
Fuck Malik. Fuck say no. Hey Malik. I love Malik.
Looking like a lunch lady.
Who look like a lunch lady?
Me. That's what he said. I look like a lunch lady. I do.
Yeah, because you got that hat on.
This is not a hat. This is a scarf. How about that?
Malik is a great friend. And I ain't seen Malik in like 4 years. He had picked me up for my job.
Where does he live at?
Virginia. He first of all, and then the bitch. So he comes up here to go see Tori Kelly.
And didn't tell you?
No, we knew, but he didn't see us.
You know why, right?
So I'm gonna throw it in his face. He didn't see none of us, not me, Dennis, or Mario.
You know why, right?
He went back home.
No, because he came up here to see that man.
What man?
That whatever man he went to Tori Kelly concert with. How about that?
We ain't go to not one club.
Let me tell you something. I love Tori Kelly.
He said it was JoJo. Oh, I'm sorry. I said Tori Kelly. See, that's how you know I don't know these girls. I know JoJo's between JoJo. I only know that one song. Please.
Let me tell you something. I enjoyed myself that night. That was my first time seeing her. Thanks, Malik.
Malik ain't seen me in years. But he is a great.
Does he still work for AT&T?
No, he works for Amazon.
Really? I remember he was
He
trying to
one
get
of
my
them big
phone.
wigs
Yeah,
up
he was
in
trying to get my
Amazon.
phone plan together on AT&T and show me how I can. I have, I never figured
Malik
that
was
thing
doing
out
too
with,
much for you, and I didn't like that because he didn't want doing that for me.
You know what? Jealousy is a very ugly thing.
That's not jealousy.
So
That's
are
just
you
like, bitch, help
in
me
a
out.
Tank top.
Yeah, bitch, I look good.
What do you mean?
No,
No, I'm saying, what do you mean? Why were you so jealous that he was helping me?
One thing's for certain, two things for sure. I'm never jealous.
Never. You didn't like that he was helping me out with my phone?
Bitches, he helping you out with your phone. He can help me out with my phone.
Yeah. Well, he was trying to get in his phone for a reason.
Wow.
You gotta ask him.
Well, he ain't never say nothing.
Why would he?
You got some of that Malik pie?
No.
Oh, okay. He said, "Hey, I'm in grad school now. I just started up." Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Malik, you're telling him everything I already knew. You must be telling him that. I knew you was in grad school.
Bitch, we in the same group chat. How do you know?
No, y'all in the same group chat. You know I don't do group chats.
Yeah. So y'all be texting? Let me see.
Why do you always want to see?
I want to see the goddamn
everything in my phone. No.
You want to see? Let me see.
No, I want to see that picture of that man.
The fuck?
That was in here.
I don't ask you to show me the man you be
speaking
with.
Don't.
Or the baby daddies you be talking to. But what the fuck that mean? Malik, you out here sending pictures?
No, he ain't sending no picture. No.
Baby. I remember when I first met Malik, I was a hot mess. He was just trying to be a friend.
Well, and you trying to be a hot mess with him? I'm glad, Malik, you stayed on the straight and narrow path.
I was
just said earlier, I don't deal with
at that time. You remember when people used to wear the 50-cent vest? Mm-hmm. He had on a 50-cent vest. I don't remember what color it was.
I don't understand why you trying to throw this underlining shade towards him.
It's not. Because
you think that he took me to the JoJo concert.
Bitch, I know it wasn't true. Because you don't know nothing about JoJo.
Why don't I get up?
You don't know that one song.
Oh, it's on you.
All right.
I think we all know the same damn song.
This is the thing. Oh my God. It was so bad that, not bad, but it is bad because it was the first. I met him at a First Friday, right? Uh-huh. And he was saying that, listen, I'm from Philly. I'm in the military, but I gotta go back, whatever. And I'm just like, I don't give a fuck about that. Yeah, you are fine. Yada 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 yada. Makael, this is when I was in my hot mess. He met me in my hot. What they call that, hot boy summer?
I'm so happy he wasn't a hot mess.
Yeah. So he had on this 50-cent. I think it was white. A 50-cent wife beater.
He didn't have no 50. Oh, wife
beater. The wife beater.
Oh, I thought you meant the vest.
Is that the vest? The wife beater. And
okay, how many years ago was that?
A long time ago.
Okay, why you bring that story?
Yeah, because I'm telling you how I met him. So
yeah, tell us how you met him. Don't tell us what he had on.
But yeah, I'm telling you because this is how it happened.
But what did you have on?
Bitch, shut the fuck up. What the fuck you got on, bitch?
What did you have on?
The fuck? I know this in the cat. The fuck you got on?
What did you have on? Because you probably had on a bow tie and a vest.
Yeah, I had on an Old Navy shirt and some shorts.
Listen, the Old Navy shirts that said Happy July 4th, 1999.
He said, ain't he lying? I had on a tank top. You had on a 50-cent white.
First of all, Malik, don't let him get on here talking about what you had on.
No, that's how I remember it.
He probably was in that club looking like Pops from the Wayans Brothers.
So he was telling me how he watched the show and all that, and he said, I want to hang out with you, or I want to take you out one night. I'm like, oh, bitch, you so fine. I was so
feeling
drunk.
all on him.
So drunk.
A mess.
So drunk. And so then, this is at the time when Lady Gaga had the perfume and all that. Mm-hmm. And so that's how y'all know what year it was.
Remember how Beyonce had them perfumes?
Yes.
And they're nowhere to be found now.
Nobody bought them.
No. I took a bottle home for Beyonce. I felt so bad. I said, let me start spraying myself with this.
And Lady Gaga talking about it smell like piss and cum and blood.
Yeah, why would you say that like somebody go buy that? What is
this
the matter with
motherfucker?
her? How would you say something like that? And you think I'm gonna buy that? Wow.
So it was around that time. So it was like September, whatever year it was. I know it was September, and it was Gay Day at Six Flags. So Malik had wrote me on Instagram, no Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
He DM'd me and was like, "Kevin, I'm in town. I'm gonna meet. I'm gonna hang out with you." I was like, "Who the fuck is you?"
Mm-hmm.
I did not remember who he was.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, "You have a horrible memory.
Mm-hmm.
Such and such and such and such and such and such." And I was like, "Well, if he said we met, okay." It took me like maybe 6 months to realize like
That was him.
The memory had all came back that was him that I had met at the club. And mind you, he had picked me up from 30th Street Station when I came from New York. He picked me up from 30th Street Station. I had went to my house. I took a shower, and then I got dressed, and then we went to Six Flags, and we had a real good time. And that was the first time we met. I think it was 2013, and we had a real good time. And he's been a good friend ever since.
Can you block that person?
Who?
Just Brianna. Do you see what she's saying?
No.
To block her.
Yeah, that person is a hater. Whoever that Just Brianna is, can y'all block that person? Because I don't think that I can. I don't think I have.
What are you talking about? And
No,
why don't
it's
you have
somebody-
blocking powers on here?
No, because I'm right here on StreamYard, but I know I got a moderator somewhere.
Yeah, you better. And they need to hurry up.
But yeah, that was the first time. That was the first time I met Malik. Yeah, and I realized that, oh my God, like, yes, it was him at Shampoo. I met him on the second floor. I remember where I met him, but I didn't remember.
You knew what floor you met him on.
I remember. I really remember.
Malik, do you remember what floor you met him on?
It was the second floor. I know exactly where he met me at. Because he met me, it was like a little stage. It was like a little stage area where you could sit down and you had little tables. I remember.
Well, who's performing on the stage?
Nobody.
Oh.
It was just like a little stage. Shampoo was big as shit.
It was. I've been in
I miss Shampoo. Now, Malik, tell me, did I tell a lie? Did I tell a lie? I remember when I met Dennis too. Oh my God, I didn't like Dennis. Ooh, I didn't like him.
You wanted him.
No, I didn't. I said, Brandon, leave him alone. I said, oh my God, he got all these tattoos on his face. What the fuck is wrong with you? You always like crazy people. Why do you like crazy people?
Don't slam that thing
down.
That
was me. That was me talking to him.
Why would you slam that glass?
Yeah, and then I got to know Dennis. And stuff, and I felt bad that I felt that way about him. But yeah,
he asked you why did they shut down?
I heard that Shampoo lost their liquor license or something. He said, Emma, yes, I forgot until you just said that. That was so long ago. Why did they shut that down?
They lost their liquor license.
Now that was the entire truth. Okay, I told you. I wouldn't lie. I didn't remember meeting you, but since you said we met before, I was like, all right, well, let's hang out. Because I was having such a shitty day. I really was. Bitch, I know what day it was now. September 14, 2013.
2013, wow.
That was a Friday. I remember. What day was September 14, 2013? Oh, well, it was the day
Saturday,
before.
The 14th of September.
Saturday,
the day before. Or it could have been 2012, bitch. It could have been. It was a Friday.
Well, I remember that day he came over to fix my phone. It was a Thursday.
I met him on a Friday.
October 1st, 2019.
Could have been 2012.
No, it was night. I said when he came to go. Look at you looking it up. He's such a hater. He's so jealous. He's so jealous and envious. Why are you looking up the date that I met him?
When did Lady Gaga release her perfume?
Why are you looking up the date that I said he came and fix something for me?
So I met Malik in 2012 then. It was September 14, 2012. It was a Friday.
All right. Sunny W. Block Sunny W too. What are they?
What is going on? Why y'all keep bringing up Mother Rivers? Like,
but you said the alter ego of Mama.
Well, yeah.
Like,
this person don't have a life. That's all they
Mother
do.
Rivers.
They always
She
talk
been
about my
dead
mom.
good.
Talking
She been
about,
good
they used to be like, I can't wait for your mom to die so you can have your freedom, all this and that.
Just a
Like,
horrible
yeah,
thing.
that's a horrible person.
Mm-hmm. Horrible.
They say,
Well,
Kevin, you remember the date? Yes. I remember when I met Makael, August 15, 2008. And that was a Friday.
it damn sure was. But damn sure was coming over
Now,
here.
the first time I seen him was September 21st, 2007, when he was speaking at my nephew's funeral. And I said, who is this gay guy speaking at the funeral? But he got up there and spoke for that whatever modeling club they had going on.
I was the representative.
Yeah. But me and Makael used to be I seen him on MySpace because he used to have a picture with his finger in his nose. And Janet Jackson came out with an album, Khalees came out with an album, Beyonce came out with an album, and we was talking our shit. You know? But it wasn't nothing like, you know, nothing. It was just platonic friendships.
It damn sure was.
Yeah, it never was nothing crazy.
Mm-mm.
Girl, sit down.
I am.
I didn't want your bald headed ass.
And one thing about me, I won't get up. Sit down. Trust me, I'm not getting up.
Yeah. Kevin, what kind of juice you drinking? I'm drinking berry punch, and I have this Bacardi raspberry. It's pretty good, but I'm done. I'm about to get ready to watch my wrestling and everything.
Yeah, I gotta go too, y'all. It was fun.
Yeah, but I mean, y'all can always still, if you ain't send a dollar,
Somebody did just send a damn dollar.
somebody send a dollar, you can send a dollar. We accepted. Lock the doors.
Thank you.
Lock the doors.
You know what, Cam? Thank you, Cam.
Lock the doors. Here go a person. I guess I couldn't receive it. Oh. Lock the doors. So we about to get ready to get up out of here.
Next week.
He said, I thought it was like September 10. You right. It was 2012. Yeah. I met you September 14, 2012. You picked me up from 30th Street Station. You was such a nice Malik. Listen, y'all need a Malik in your life. Everybody needs a Malik in their life. He is such a good friend. He really, really is.
Oh, Malik.
He really is.
How's your love life down there in Virginia?
That bitch married, child.
Oh,
That's why she don't come up
is
here.
you married now?
Yeah.
Well, you done let somebody.
Not in them. All in them. Shut the club up.
That's not what I was gonna say, Malik.
I'm just messing with him.
I was gonna say you let somebody tie you down.
Yeah, because he ain't letting nobody do that to him.
You let somebody tie you down. Oh, that's nice.
Shut the club up.
Shut the club up. Thank you, Autumn, and thank you, Ibrahim. I think that's how you pronounce him, or Ibrahim. Thank you, Malik. I didn't know you let somebody tie you down. Nobody told me nothing. Wow. How long you been tied down for? And I didn't even know you lived in Virginia. I don't even think I knew where the hell you lived at. Listen to him peeing. I hate to hear somebody going to the bathroom. That is just like a pet peeve of mine. I was about to say that you let somebody put a ring on it, but I had to remember. Oh, look at that. Yeah, Malik, I didn't know that. This must be a delay on this thing because the responses come real slow. You got glass cups in the bathroom? Good God Almighty!
What'd you say?
I said you got glass cups in the bathroom?
No.
What was that noise?
One of the cats took one of my toys. You all in my business.
To one of your toys?
Yeah.
I gotta go. I can't believe you said that.
But Makael, I'm 40, okay? One thing about me, I'm gonna live in my truth.
Oh, poor guy.
That's a candy sign.
Keep going over to the next week.
I'm missing SmackDown.
4, 5, 6. That's 6. Hit up at the top.
Right, to go to the
When
next
say
week.
over here.
Don't y'all just like these videos where we just talk and it don't really have to be all about the
That's
topics?
it. It's not right there.
Oh,
On the 5th.
he mad.
I'm coming back on the 5th that night.
He mad that his mom's gonna be gone for all them days.
What? Can you send me that video?
No, this is a kid.
Oh, that's a kid video?
This is a kid.
I'm saying send me the video so I can know what she's laughing at.
She's telling him that she's going away for all these weeks, and he's upset.
Oh,
That's his mom, and he doesn't want her to be going for that long
well,
But you can call me.
because he's a mama's boy.
she a nurse?
I don't know what she does. I don't know what she does. Whatever they do. Thank you, Nicobe.
Yeah, let's thank the people that sent us something from Instagram.
Cash
I mean, a cash app. My mind is so fucked up.
I bet.
Nicobe. Hey, he looked like he's saying, hey. Hey, Nicobe. Autumn. Giving Tamika a little bit. Hey.
I know she does. Tamika's son grew up and he's such a handsome little boy.
Mm-hmm. Malik and Nicole, Tawan, Militia, and Candace. Thank y'all. Now I know it's somebody sent $100.
On where? Oh, they sure did.
But they sent it through there. I gotta make sure I give you that.
You need to and give it to
Yeah.
me right now.
Bitch, I don't got it. It's on YouTube. I've been rocking with y'all since the yellow wall. Okay?
You can't.
Makael, please say I don't live here for old time's sake.
No, take that money back. Send 50. Okay. And then I'll say.
He said, I don't live here.
Yeah, I don't live there.
But thank you, Billy the Kid. Say I don't live here.
I don't live here.
Because if I pull this cat out, you're gonna say
No, best believe I don't live here.
you don't.
I don't.
But he got a couch if he ever needed to live here. You know?
Yeah. If I ever need to live here, there's a couch.
He
But
would.
best believe
He's gonna
that
go
cat
to one of
needs
his
to go.
aunt's house.
That cat needs to go.
That cat ain't going nowhere. Not unless you want Mickey and Minnie.
No, I don't.
Let me tell you, I haven't heard a squeak, a
I
squawk.
know that's-
I haven't heard, what the fuck is that? I haven't had to do nothing since.
What the fuck is that? No, you
Okay.
know what the fuck that is.
Okay? I haven't had to do none of that. Okay? Should have got this cat a
A
long
long time ago. Hello?
Yeah. Because the landlord came, hey, kitty. Oh, so you was okay with everything.
Yeah.
But before they said, yeah, okay. Oh, yeah, but now y'all see what's going on.
Y'all see what's going on. Y'all see the problems that the things are causing around here.
Uh-huh. I ain't hear the squeak or
Thank you,
nothing.
Greg.
I ain't hear a goddamn thing.
Okay, it's time for me to go.
Yeah, go home. Thank you, Greg. Greg always be looking out. Greg
really.
is,
Oh, thank you so
yeah,
much.
thank you, Greg. Yeah, Greg Watkins Music. I think that's his Instagram name.
I'll be gone about 10, 11 days.
She said me going about 10, 11 days. Yeah, this Greg right here. Look at him. He look like he can sing.
I know that name, Greg Watson. Oh,
He got his makeup on, baby. Oh, he look like he heard me say that. He starts smiling.
let me see. What does he perform? Let me see.
Yeah. Look at all them degrees, bitch.
Let me see. I know that's right.
You see it? Yes.
Go
Read
ahead
them.
now. Howard University, BM, American University, MED, and Duke Ellington School of Arts. I know that's right. Be the change you wish to see. Come on now, Greg.
Yeah. But we want to hear you sing.
Why does he
look at him.
No, but I'm saying, he looks like who the hell does he look like? Especially in this picture right here.
I think I know who he look like. He looks like the guy
Like
that
an
directed. He looks like the guy that
What is it?
directed Boys in the Hood.
Not John Singleton.
He gives me the John Singleton vibe.
I don't know. That's not who I'm thinking about in that picture, though. Oh.
Don't say Courtney.
No. Now, he did look like Courtney in this picture. This one.
Mm.
But no. He looks like somebody. God, I can't think of who it and it's this particular picture where he looks like the person. It's going to come to me. It's going to come to me. Thank you, Greg. All right, it's time to go.
Y'all, Tamar was here last week, and I asked her was she still vacuuming. Wait, did you go to Tamar's show? How was it?
Bitch, when she tried me that day, talking some vacuum.
She probably don't even know what you talking about. What you mean, vacuuming?
Let me tell you something. She said vacuum to me that day,
Mm.
and I never spoke to her again.
Yeah.
And when I tell you I don't play games, vacuuming. I never spoke to her ever again. How many years ago was that?
So he got.
How long is handsome? Oh.
Who's one of the ways?
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, sure is. They all look alike.
Yeah. They all. I mean, their genes are strong.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who's his dad? No, that must be his daughter.
Oh, that must be his daughter.
Oh, I'm proud of you.
Let me see. She look like that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they all look alike.
Good.
Would you?
I sure would. Bitch, I want Damon Wayans and the son, bitch. Both of them at the same damn time.
Oh, no. That's equestrian. I mean,
You want to talk about Papa son? I'm so mad this show got canceled. I don't care.
it got canceled that fast?
Yes.
And you was
yes.
just talking about it, and you was like, I hope it don't get canceled.
And they had ordered new shows for it, and then still canceled it.
Because they
Like,
probably said, no, we're not seeing
yeah, their ratings was just a little bit low. But I mean, their ratings was high, but not as to where they wanted it to.
Right.
It's CBS. But if it was UPN or some shit,
Oh, yeah.
it would still be
It'd
on.
be on to it'd be on until 2045.
I like that show though. I really did.
For the next 20 years, it'd be on if it was on UPN.
Yeah, so I feel bad it got canceled, but Damon Wayans, they never say like I'm gonna try to fight this. I'm gonna bring it on one.
Well, sometimes you can't,
network.
Kevin.
You know, like how you try to bring it to like, all right, one network cancel it, and then it come on another show.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, another network, like maybe Fox or Netflix or Hulu. He never said none of that. But I really enjoyed the show. I'm sad to see it go because it was funny. It was funny. And not every show made me bust out laugh, but like I really enjoy seeing Damon and his son
in their
element having the show. And it just seems like just being around that whole family would be a good time. Like it's a funny. It seemed like they're a whole funny family.
Mm-hmm.
They all bid on each other and just have a good time. Like I liked it. I'm sad to see that it got canceled, but they're the Wayans. They're gonna be okay, and there's gonna be many other projects in the future to come down the pike.
That's right.
So yeah. And the one they had with Vivica Fox in there, that episode, at the end of the episode, I was fucking laughing because it was hilarious. Like Papa's House is really a good show. I'm mad it got canceled.
Okay.
Well, all right, everybody.
I had a good time, y'all.
Don't just walk out. Don't try to walk out.
No, I'm going.
Everybody, thank you for watching. We will see y'all next week with a new video. Please be safe. It's Pride Weekend. If you're in Philly, strap it up. Have a good time. But be safe. All right, because I just don't want you to walk out and leave and then leave me by myself. All right. Bye, everybody. I'm leaving. I'm talking about on the camera. Good night.
And all that good stuff.
Thank y'all. Bye. Get out, Makael. Get
Hasta
out.
la vista.
I'm looking for this damn stop button. It didn't even matter because I can't find the fucking stop. Oh, there you go. Bye. I think I stopped it. I can't stop this. It's still live. They changed some shit. Oh, there you go. End stream.